Welcome back to CuboldCast. Today we're going to be talking about the extremely underrated Bioshock 2. So, what have you guys been playing lately?
I mean, I haven't really. The only really story game I've been playing is Mortal Kombat, but I mean, I don't really
Mortal
want to talk
Kombat?
about
Wait,
that.
did you beat that?
I did beat it, yeah.
It was bad, the story?
No, it was good.
Really?
Surprisingly good, yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it was a lot of cinematics. I mean, of course, some of the characters are a little cringy.
Yeah,
'Cause
you were streaming it at one point. weren't
Yeah,
you?
but yeah, I was. But the story's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
A couple weeks ago, I actually beat Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, you did?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the game I
I've
got,
been meaning to beat that too.
I think, 2020? Or was it 2019?
What?
Horizon
That's
Zero Dawn.
2020.
Was it 2020?
When it came out?
I forget when.
No, it was like 2018.
Whoa.
No, on PC.
On PC, it was like 2020.
Okay. But yeah, I had gotten it then, and life just got in the way, and I didn't really finish it. But recently, I did finish it, and the story's actually pretty good. I think it would be something that would deserve a podcast in the future.
I wanted to play that years ago when I had
It's
a
really
PS4.
fun.
Maybe I'll get it.
I'm waiting.
Although,
Wait, what were you
wait.
saying?
I was gonna say, although I want to get 32 gigs of RAM
Oh yeah,
before I do it, because you were having issues, weren't you?
I was
Like-
having some major issues. Yeah,
Well,
some
those are
glitchy
launch issues.
Yeah, but I'm
Hmm.
gonna wait till I get the new graphics card to play through it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
It's
can.
not the most optimized game either.
Yeah, and so I want the best frame rate I could possibly get from the game before I finish it.
Speaking of graphics cards, it's so hard to even see anything in stock.
You don't
awful.
realize how much I've been looking around for graphics cards.
Now, you come home and then you sit on your bed like the entire afternoon looking
Yeah.
for something.
I walked in the other day and I was like, looked at the computer and he's like, hey, look at this, and he's like in some sort of like raffle.
I
What is it, Newegg?
I literally cannot get it out of my brain. I have to look at graphics
Oh.
cards.
Yo, what was that thing you were saying about the miner or whatever?
Oh yeah, okay. So basically, there's these raffles they do. Not the Newegg raffle, not the Newegg shuffle thing that I've been doing, which sucks. I hate it. But basically, this Bitcoin miner, he won an EVGA FTW3, like a
Oh, that's
new
what we want.
3080. I mean, no, I want the XC3.
oh,
personally.
I wouldn't mind having the FTW.
Yeah, but I have to get the extra cord out. So, but whatever. But basically, this Bitcoin miner, like, won the card. They gave it to him, and they're like, "What is the first game you're gonna play on it?" And then he's like, "Wait, this thing can play games?
That's
I
terrible.
thought you just plug it in and make money."
That's awful.
Like,
they see them as
what the
bank,
graphics
or
card is
ATMs,
made of.
basically.
What they think the graphics card is for is Bitcoin mining, but it's like was originally made for gamers.
It's terrible. Nvidia should have done what they're doing a long time ago. How they're developing a card just for mining.
They're doing that now.
Yeah, they should have done that a long time ago. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know, because what is it? The last like 5 years is when Bitcoin started really
Mhm.
blowing up in terms of like mining it.
The 10 series, it really got big. And that's when there was another shortage and everyone was buying those for mining.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you think about it, like, even if the people actually get their hands on these new crypto cards, people are still going to use the 30 series to mine crypto.
Oh, they will,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
Definitely.
doesn't matter. It'll just take the load off of the 30 series, but people will still get the 30 series to mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somehow you managed to get an AMD
I am
CPU.
so lucky for that. It's insane.
Yeah. The 5800X.
5800X
in
and
stock.
5600X are constantly in stock.
But it's one of those things where it's like,
So it's the
I want-
5950X, which is $300 more.
yeah, the 5900 is like right in the sweet spot. And it's one of those things that, like, if I get the 5800, when
you're
the
going
50
to want to
I
upgrade
know.
to it.
It's like, it's not quite what I want. It's not
Exactly.
there. It's like, it would bother me.
Yeah. I'm probably
Um,
not going to upgrade till I can get its GPU too.
Yeah. I mean,
all I need is the GPU. That's
I
why
just-
I've been looking so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to upgrade to something like a 1080 or something, because right now my main monitor is a 1080p, and then I have the 1440p on the side, but I'm not using it because I don't have something powerful enough to like render.
Well, you haven't tried it with your 1660 though.
I know, but
You need to at least just try.
well, I can play
something on it.
indie games with the 1440p.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean that's no issue. But I mean,
Don't
like
try
Warzone,
like Warzone.
like
or something.
Warzone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't, because I mean it would just. I mean, I'd probably be able to get like 60, maybe. Maybe
I
less
doubt
than
it.
that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But apparently, what is it? DLSS.
DLSS.
Yeah, that's. I think
The
there's rumors that
16
it's coming to
series
Warzone.
has it.
Wait,
The 16 series has DLSS, it
but
just
it's
doesn't
per
have
game.
RTX.
Okay, so the game has to be compatible for it.
Yes.
I think there's rumors that it's coming to Warzone.
You can do DLSS in Cold War.
Oh,
Have you
can.
tried it in Cold War yet? With
No,
DLSS?
but I should because I had a lot of issues running that. Not
Mhm.
recently, not with the new.
Wait, you have a 20 series?
No, I have a
16.
1660.
Oh, yeah, it still works on there.
And then I
but
have
no RTX.
Ryzen. Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, my 1080. I've always had issues in Cold War. It hasn't run like a steady 60 for me.
I
Don't know
what
why.
I've never had issues with that.
Even on lower graphics, I've just dealt with it. But like, I want a newer series card so I
Yeah.
could
Mhm.
run DLSS.
Cold War
and-
just felt like weird. I don't want to get into it, but like, I tried it with the 1060 and I had a lot of issues, but that's because I had an i5. I didn't have a good computer.
Mhm.
But even I think I tried it again with the card I have now in the CPU, which again aren't crazy powerful, but I still had issues.
it's gonna be different when you finally feel it with the 3080 though.
Yeah.
I feel just because it is gonna be much smoother. It's gonna look better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But in comparison to what, I mean, Chug, you've been playing Mortal Kombat. You said Insurgency.
Yesterday I played a PC building simulator.
Oh, yeah.
I was building all our computers within
Yeah,
the
and
game.
he had his music library, which his music library is whack. He's got a lot of random stuff in there.
Wait,
It was just blasting this ear rape stuff the entire time.
that's awesome.
It's so funny.
Did you have Matt Farley in there?
Oh yeah, like maybe 30. No, it's like 60% of it is Matt Farley.
Shout out to Matt Farley. What is this? The Toilet Bowl Cleaners?
Toilet Bowl Cleaners. Yep.
One of the best bands ever.
Yes.
What is he up to now? Like 25,000 songs he wrote?
I think so. I got an email the other day talking about it or something.
Wait, what was it?
Are you on his newsletter or something?
Huh?
Are you on his newsletter?
Maybe.
Didn't we join a live? And
We
said,
joined
like,
a
we
live.
love you.
He
Yeah.
said your name too. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
sounds amazing, says MightyCasub.
That was like peak
Yes.
of my life.
He deserves more credit.
Yeah. And he does a lot, but it's just
Well, I mean,
like,
he actually does music for people. Like they pay. The reason he has so many songs is because people pay him like $50 to write a song about someone or something.
I wonder if he does it full time.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure he still make. Oh, actually, I don't.
He did
know.
a movie.
They're
Oh,
terrible.
yeah.
It was really bad.
That was
Terrible.
weird. We should watch it on stream.
We should.
That'd be funny.
Some people were saying that. I think the other time or the other night when I was streaming, they were saying we should watch a movie like on stream.
I was
Which yeah,
talking. I
someone
was
said
talking to Jaden about that.
What
and
movie?
I also mentioned to you guys about it too. I forgot when, but that would be sick if we could watch a movie.
A
but-
Cubold movie night once a
But the
week.
thing is,
That would be really fun.
the thing
would.
is, I don't know if we'll get copyrighted for that.
Maybe.
If
But
we're-
the thing is, ads don't really matter a whole lot for those because we don't get that much. But
No.
if we get donations,
Well,
we
does
get to
it
keep that.
stop your stream entirely, or just not get you money?
You
I
have
don't know.
to you have to change it in like a certain amount. Like
You
you,
have to mirror
add,
it or something.
yeah, but you also have to like add your own spin to it. Like you can't just straight up put the movie on there, which we would. I mean, we'd be we'd be commentary
Yeah,
and reading comments and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be like us just throwing a movie on there. We're
Mhm.
actually adjusting, how it's viewed or whatever.
yeah. It just
Mhm.
depends on like what movie we watch too. Some
Yeah.
movies have more copyright music and all sorts of different things in it.
Yeah. I think we're fine if it's not monetized.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
so. I just don't want to get like
You don't want to get a strike. 'Cause
A
then that's
strike,
bad. You don't-
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the topic, which is Bioshock 2. It was a game that I was holding off on playing for a while, not because I didn't like it, but because it just wasn't as interesting at the start as
I was
Bioshock
telling
1.
you guys to play it.
Yeah, I know. And it was the same with Infinite too. But it was one of those things that I started, wasn't immediately drawn in, and then just never finished it.
Oh,
I didn't have anything against it. I just didn't play it because
It didn't
other
have that-
things.
It didn't interest you.
It didn't have that
Yeah,
enough.
opening scene from the first game.
Yeah. And I wasn't as interested in already being in Rapture as opposed to Jack's perspective of coming into Rapture.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought
Was
that
that
was
his name?
yeah,
Oh,
Jack Ryan. Hopefully that's not really a spoiler, but
no.
yeah.
Huh.
Well, no, that's from Bioshock 1.
Yeah.
Your name is Delta. You're actually a big daddy in Bioshock 2.
Well, you're not only are you're the Big Daddy though.
The
you're
first?
the first.
You're
No, no.
the
Second. I thought it was second.
you're the first successful Big Daddy.
I thought it was
You
second,
fight
but I'm gonna
them.
double check.
No. You're the first successful. You were the first one to be paired with a little sister.
Oh, okay.
That's the main thing. You're the first one to ever be successfully paired.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I do want to say that the gameplay
Yeah,
in this
actually,
was
that's the case.
amazing.
And that actually,
Incredible.
I just
Wait.
realized something, but
What was it?
something about Infinite that actually ties into that. It's pretty interesting.
You got to be careful again.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't
Very
played Infinite
careful.
yet. Next podcast.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be so nice when you finally
yeah.
when you finally
we can
do that
spill
podcast.
our beans on that.
Literally.
We should grab an actual bag of beans and
Just dump it all over my laptop on the table.
Would it
It'd
be like
awesome.
normal beans or jelly beans?
I think like kidney beans.
Or just kidneys?
I mean, we could do that, but
Yeah,
if we
we
did
could.
that, we'd sell them and get GPUs from the scalpers.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
'Cause
All we need
yeah.
to do is sell one kidney though. You
How
can
much
get
could-
you can
how
get a
much do
kidney for like
kidneys go for?
$40K in the black market.
40K?
That might get you like half a GPU now.
That's
Yeah.
true. You get that 3090 for like $7,000 on eBay.
That's just all right. Let's get off that topic. But yeah, Chug, what were your initial impressions when you played it?
Okay, so you both know I like most games I play.
Mm-hmm.
But with this one, I generally enjoyed the gameplay better than the first one.
Yeah, I'll agree with that too.
Because like the weapons feel really good, like the bolt gun and all the harpoons and different things you can get because you're like this massive big daddy. So you
Yeah.
get some nice weaponry.
I guess the overall synopsis is the gameplay's better, the story's good but not as good, and the atmosphere is pretty much the same,
Yeah.
Yes.
minus Andrew Ryan.
Yeah. I think they took like everything that made the first game good in terms of the mechanics and stuff and just like amped it up because
Mhm.
everything feels good. I mean, you have the plasmas in one hand and a gun in another.
Or a drill. Yeah.
I
Well,
never
your
really
drill
used
is
the
your
drill
melee
too much.
weapon.
It's really good. I had a power up that you can freeze enemies when you hit them with it.
Oh wow.
So they get frozen. I just keep whacking them with it, and then I'd shock them at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used it in the DLC though. I did use it a lot. It's pretty.
I've been
pretty
seeing-
crazy.
There are people on YouTube that do only drill runs,
Oh my.
and they get abilities that makes their drill ultra powerful.
Yeah.
Which there is one power up that makes you unable to use anything else besides the drill and plasmids, but it makes
I
your
remember
drill
that.
like overpowered.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But one thing I did really like in this one is the hacking.
Mm.
It was I liked how smooth it was
It was
compared.
way fast. It was.
it
faster.
was just
Yeah.
it was just more. What is the word? It was easier to do. I guess.
I think it was almost like they didn't have to do it, but I think it was a good idea that they did do it that way. Only because the fighting and everything is amped up too. So I feel like the hacking from the first game wouldn't really work in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I
So you can
wasn't
get
a fan
things
of the
done
hacking in the
fast.
first one because it kind of took you away from everything because you kind of just like went into it and just
Yeah.
hacked.
Yeah, it was another screen that kind of
Yeah.
paused the outside world while you
I
hacked.
got really into the hacking, but I liked it because I think the first game was a little slower.
Yeah.
As opposed to this one, which the hacking is perfect because you have the auto hack, you have the remote hack.
Yeah, but
That
the
was a
hacking
cool addition.
wasn't
Yeah.
optional in this one. Actually, it was to a
Sometimes
point
you didn't have
because
to.
you needed to use that new tool that you got, the hacking tool,
In the
to
yeah,
get through doors.
in the DLC, it was for sure. I mean, you had
Mhm.
to do it.
And a couple of times, yeah, towards the end at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hacking in the first game was harder, but it was more isolated
Mhm.
and less integrated with the gameplay.
Yeah.
In 2, they actually made it so you're still in the world as you're hacking, and things can be shooting you,
Mhm.
which can interrupt that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's more at stake almost when you hack because sometimes the turtle will be shooting you at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
just
It's
think
pretty
that
cool.
it works well in 2. For the first game, it was kind of nice though because I'd pick up like an audio log, play it, and then like do my puzzle
Oh,
as
yeah.
it's playing.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
kind of nice.
Those got stressful near the end of the game though because they were so fast.
I know. Chug, you were watching me when it did one. So literally, the fluid was going down.
I think we mentioned in the last podcast.
Yeah, we did. It literally just curved like this and ended. And the fluid went like they set me
it
up
went
like
so fast that you
they-
didn't even have any time to like react
it
to it.
was awful. But
could you buy them out in that one? Because
Wait, buy 'em?
in 2, if you didn't want to hack, you could actually just pay for it to be hacked.
you could.
Yeah, you could buy it out.
You needed a power up for that though.
Did you actually?
Yeah,
I don't remember
Oh.
ever doing that.
It was probably a power up then because I saw the option
Huh.
on mine.
because I never saw the option, but I remember seeing that option in the base game.
Hmm.
So
But yeah, that was an option too. Like if you just didn't want to hack, you could just pay for it to be hacked
Did they add any more plasmids?
in the
trying to
DLC or in
remember.
2.
there was
Well,
a
DLC,
couple more.
yes.
There was like, wasn't there like the B one?
The B one was in
I
the
never
first
used
one.
it.
The B one, was it okay?
I never used it.
There was a lot of weird plasmids in Infinite though, compared to
Well,
like,
they actually are very similar to the other ones, but they're just not as powerful.
Didn't you guys say they were named something different as well?
They're called
Vigors.
Vigors.
Oh.
And the atom is called Salt or Salts
Hmm.
or something.
it's
Wait,
supposed to get the demons away apparently or something like that.
Yeah.
wait, I don't know. I don't know. Wait, Adam?
It's a cult.
Didn't they find Adam at the bottom of the sea though?
Yeah.
So how is it? I don't
You
know.
gotta
I don't
play
wanna,
it. You gotta
I don't
play
want to
it.
get into it.
You wouldn't guess. There's no way you'd guess.
Okay, I don't want to get into it because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like prying at things that like
that could give you
because then
potential
like
spoilers.
someone's facial expressions or like indicators might like spoil a little bit.
You would never guess.
Okay.
You're gonna be playing it and you're just gonna be like mind blown the entire time. Like, what is going on? This is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I'm excited.
2 wasn't like that though, but the story was very good.
I really like the story
Yeah.
personally. I don't know. I mean, obviously it wasn't as impactful as the first game, but I think it was really good. And I mean, we'll talk spoilers later, but I got the good ending and it gave me the same feeling as the first game. Like I felt rewarded
Yeah.
for making the choices that I did within the game.
There's a lot more at stake with your choices in this one.
How many endings?
Not
Well,
really. Not
iffy.
really.
Well, there's more endings.
There's
There,
more.
there are
there's more you have to
technically
consider.
six different endings.
There are. And
I
you're
mean,
getting a call, by the way.
I'm getting a call. Telemarketer.
I
Alright,
love
get outta here.
telemarketers.
Ooh.
They're just like basic spins on each ending. There's like there's something that happens and then there's the ending, and the thing that happens before can change based on what you do in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although I'd say the good and the bad ending are obviously opposites. So depending on what
yeah.
you do, it could be like the worst possible scenario.
And then there's a middle ending too.
The neutral ending, I guess
Yeah.
it's called. But that's the ending I
Except my
got.
water bottle.
What just fell?
My water bottle. I
Oh.
kicked it out of anger.
and then
I-
within that ending, there's like more choices.
Well,
or
The
something.
choices lead to the bad ending again.
Yeah.
But I got the neutral ending, and I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys watch that video I sent you?
No,
I didn't.
I
know.
didn't.
I want to watch
watching
that
it.
soon, though.
I'll mention it a little bit later in the spoiler section, but precursing the game, the developers actually released an ARG leading up to the game. And it like got so many people into it. It was like a website that I think they updated it every day.
Was it like a fandom wiki almost?
Kind of. I mean, sort of. I mean, really, it just kind of brought people together, and they slowly discovered like a
what
certain
the game was
character.
going to be about?
Kind of. So you know how there's a character in the game through the audio logs, only through the audio logs, called Mark Meltzer, and it's a precursor. So it shows how he got to Rapture and why he's there, and then it stops at a certain point, or it did before the game came out, and then when the game came out, that's when the story continues. But it was like completely separate from the main character of the game, the main story.
Wait, is it? I don't know if it's a spoiler, but isn't that what Delta is?
No.
Though
He's a
I know
different character
Delta was
entirely.
like a diver that came down there or something.
Yeah. But don't spoil too much about
Yeah.
that. But yeah, he was just a random person from the surface that was captured.
Mhm.
And then we're not going to spoil what happens to him. But
yeah.
Bioshock 2 was like a lot of other games with the developers, they would hire another studio to create their
Dark
game.
Souls.
Yeah.
Dark Souls did that, and that's partially why Dark Souls 2 is just so bad.
Why is it always 2?
I don't know, but they were working on Bloodborne at the time, which is
Yeah,
why
yeah,
Bloodborne
yeah.
was so good. But Bioshock 2 didn't suffer from that same thing.
I don't think so.
They did a very good job with it. Like they were able to carry on the legacy of Bioshock 1.
Yeah.
Mhm. Even though it wasn't really, I mean, it was kind of intertwined.
It was definitely connected.
Oh, it was connected, but yeah, the stories weren't intertwined though.
I think they chose the best option possible, like in terms of where
Yeah.
they went with the story.
They
'Cause
didn't
just
try to
expounded on
make anything revolutionary,
no.
but they created a story that everyone could enjoy.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they expounded on something that people were already interested in and curious about, like the Big Daddy and the Little Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
was
with
like-
that ARG thing, they generated hype for the game, which we didn't see that before the game came out, obviously. But
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we didn't really play that many PC
it came out
or
in
console
2010.
games.
yeah,
We weren't really
So-
playing too many games at that point in our life.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, I
we
was
were
playing
playing
Call of Duty.
Flash games.
Well,
on,
yeah,
like-
at least JJ and I were.
we didn't have a
Well,
console
no,
then.
we were playing Little Big Planet. Oh wait, no.
At 2010 though.
No. That was 2011, 2012.
Yeah, those are our Flash game days, and then we got a
Yeah, and
PS3. Like,
that was like our Game Boy days.
was it?
It was our Game Boy DS days.
We still played
before
Flash
that.
Probably.
games those times, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Remember
yeah.
when you guys got free? No, not free Game Boys, but
They were free.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
What'd you trade for them?
Lego diamonds.
That was the currency. That should be
Yeah.
a legitimate currency in the United States.
We gave them like 10 diamonds, and they just gave us their Game Boy Advances
With games. Yeah, exactly.
Weren't rock monsters also
Oh,
valuable?
those were very desired
Yes.
back in the day.
We had our own like economy where we trade diamonds and like no.
Oh yeah, there
Yeah.
was. Remember when our neighbor Jeremy. Like we.
Oh, I remember Jeremy,
We
didn't
did.
I?
Oh,
Me
yeah.
and him made the stick club.
I
don't
made
know.
him
I don't know
cry
if you
one
guys were a
time.
part of that, but
Yeah, he
I
didn't like you.
literally, I pretty much stole Mario 64 DS from him.
You didn't steal it though.
No, we had a fight, and I said, I have a stick, you have a stick, and if we hit our sticks together enough, whose ever stick breaks, we need to give one or the other person the DS game.
Wait, you both had a DS game, or
I had a DS game, and he had a
Oh.
DS
I mean,
game.
I guess it was a fair deal.
It was a fair
if you
deal.
agreed to it? I mean,
But no, it wasn't a fair deal because my stick was indestructible and his was like rotted.
But he took the deal, so
Yeah, true. So I
hey,
hate
he
his
played
stick.
the cards. He played the hand that he had. It
Yeah,
didn't work out for him.
True.
he could have said no. He
I
could have
got like
chosen
I
another
got like a
stick.
$40 DS game, and I was gonna give him like some crappy DS game. I don't even know what it was.
Like the Pac-Man one or something.
Something
You
stupid.
guys remember
like that.
the Incredibles game on Game
on
Boy?
Game Boy?
Yeah,
that was fun.
You
I'm
played that
surprised
one
you
too?
remembered that.
Yeah, that was
That
fun.
was
I
good.
That's
that game.
crazy.
There is two of them. There is one that was supposed to be during the main movie, and then there's one that took place afterwards.
Yeah, it was called
Mhm.
Incredibles 2.
I think I played
obviously.
the
Yeah.
one that was during the main movie.
That one was a better one. It was a beat 'em up game.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, Game Boy. Oh man,
We gotta get a game.
nostalgia.
We gotta build up a library of older consoles.
We do.
Yeah.
Like maybe even ones that we missed out on.
Is it
Have you
possible
seen
to
those?
stream from
You
those?
can. I
Yeah.
think
If
it
we
might be
get
a
like
little difficult.
special
No.
like plugs and
Well,
stuff.
people set
Yeah.
up Raspberry Pi emulators. Well, they'll have like Nintendo 64, Game Boy, and all these other games on there on this little tiny device, and they can
Huh.
plug it into their TV and play them.
We gotta find. Well, you were gonna use it for something else, but we gotta find that Raspberry Pi.
I'm gonna use a different one. We ordered another one.
Oh, okay. If we find that, we should do that.
we
yeah,
should.
we
Well,
should.
if it has enough, because there's like I don't know how many gigabytes of RAM is on that.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends. But
yeah. I don't know how we. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh,
we
we-
were talking about Bioshock
How it came
2
out in
before, but-
2010. we
Oh
weren't-
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good game for 2010.
really is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like Knights of the Old Republic is amazing, and that came out in 2000.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't really matter what time period it came out in, like what year.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played Red Dead 2 yet. I haven't played. We're thinking about playing Soma, but I can't think of a series or like a single player game that's has such an impact as at least the first two Bioshock games, because I haven't played the third one yet.
Yeah.
But like this series is so good, and it kind of like it makes me want more games like this now.
I say Bioshock,
Borderlands.
Borderlands. Well, you never even played one, so
Borderlands.
I've played all of them except one.
I'd say Bioshock is my favorite game series. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
series
very
altogether is amazing. I don't know if
I mean, it's
any other
shaping
game
up-
series that are that good.
Yeah, it's
Series is
series
that a word?
Oh,
Siri?
Siri?
Sarai?
Like because The Last of Us, the second game is
Yeah.
just
yeah,
Well, yeah.
whole series. You're saying?
yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's actually shaping up to be, because I can't really think of another series that I enjoyed this much or was so like interested in.
hmm
I would say Destiny 2, but that was in the beginning of Destiny 2.
You like how it's going
The-
now?
No,
Just kidding.
no, no. When it came out, and there was the Red War campaign, and only that.
Yeah, but basically that was a campaign made for the gameplay. It's not like you were just so interested in the story. They just made a campaign to give you motivation to shoot things.
True.
don't know.
True.
I don't know like I find it hard to be impacted as much as something like this when it's one of those games where you can play it online.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how Destiny is
True.
how do you describe it? What is that? What genre is that in?
It's MMORPG. I would
Yeah,
say
it's like online.
It's the same genre as Borderlands.
You see other people in Borderlands?
Yeah. Well, no.
If you play co-op, but it's
No,
the same
it's-
genre.
That is Destiny 2 would be MMORPG, but Borderlands
FPS
is,
RPG.
Borderlands is
It's not
just
massively
RPG.
multiplayer.
just RPG.
It's an FPS RPG.
Yes.
Destiny's an MMO FPS RPG.
But they're
That makes
both
sense.
looter shooters.
That's looter shooter.
Oh.
Looter shooters. Yeah.
That's what it is.
The looting in this one is the same. I love it.
It's a really good.
It's
Bioshock
so
looting is so satisfying.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Infinite
You're
actually
gonna-
keeps some of that looting.
You're gonna
system,
need
which
to
I
get
like.
used to it. It's a little bit different.
What, in Infinite?
Huh?
Wait, what?
Different buttons.
Oh, for Infinite?
Yeah. So you're
Well, you
gonna
can rebind them.
What's
you
weird?
can rebind them, yeah, but you have to get used to it.
What's weird is I actually I bound some of the buttons that were in Bioshock 2 as they were in 1 because like things like playing the audio tape was L in Bioshock 2 and it was T in Bioshock 1, so I changed it back. But then they would it would reverse back like in certain areas, which was kind of weird. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know why they did that. You said it was because it's different developers and
Yeah.
they had their reasons, so I probably unbound random things too.
I actually
Yeah.
think Bioshock Infinite's closer to 1 with its looter type of thing.
No,
It's not?
2 is definitely 2 is way
That's funny.
closer.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it in a while, so.
Infinite's DLC is
True.
because they brought back a lot of the mechanics that people loved from
Yeah.
Bioshock 1 and 2. So, back to 2. I want to talk about Infinite so badly, but
next podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta play it.
what else can we talk about 2? The DLC, Minerva's
Oh.
Den.
So good.
The story is more impactful than the main game story.
Well, yeah, but it's only like 2-3 hours, depending on how
It's
long
it's
it
very
takes.
short.
Extremely.
I beat it in like one. Well, yeah.
Well, I
one
mean, if you
sitting.
sped run it, which you can
I
easily
s-
speed run that.
Yeah, I mean, I still explored. I mean, I got all the little sisters.
Mhm.
What's weird is in that one, I would jump ahead at things. Like I would, when the indicator would show you where to go, I wouldn't go that way, and I would explore everything else. And oftentimes, like the story would happen, but I already did something. So
Yeah.
it was weird. I was able to fast, do things ahead of time.
Fast travel.
I think that's the way it
Fast
was for me.
travel. Yeah.
It probably took me like 3 hours to beat that,
Yeah.
and it could have taken less if I had just gone faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could talk about the story later in the spoiler version section, because that was really good. I don't know what that was.
There's someone upstairs. This story, it was weird because it was interesting from the beginning, but I wasn't involved with it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you know there's going to be some sort of twist, and you're trying to think of what it could be, and then when it actually happens, it just hits you almost,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh man.
I didn't call it, but I question if it was gonna involve something like that, and I got some of it right, but it still was like, oh wow, when it hit me, it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the basic
Yep.
premise of the DLC is that what is your name? Sigma? You're another
Yeah.
Big Daddy called Sigma, and you're in Minerva's Den, which is the most technologically advanced part of Rapture.
Mhm.
And there's this AI there called the Thinker. And that AI basically controls all the robots and
Mhm.
everything around Rapture. Super advanced AI. And from the start, one of these guys is telling you, oh, the Thinker predicted that you were going to be here. The Thinker knows your every move because it's all knowing and can
Mhm.
predict everything. And eventually, it turns out, I'm not going to spoil, but it kind of did in a way.
yeah,
It actually is predicting it. I'm trying so hard to explain it without spoiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's very short, so it's not. You can't really say too much about it.
yeah. I relate with you in you saying that it wasn't as involving in the beginning, because I kind of just went through it, and at the start the characters weren't too interesting. I don't even remember the main quote unquote villain. I don't even remember his name. Oh wait, Ron Wield or
Something like
Wilson?
that. Yeah.
was it Wilson?
Wilson?
It wasn't
Oh,
Wilson.
wait,
Was it Wilson?
I think
maybe it was Raul.
Wilson. Was
I don't
it?
know.
I'm not
Raul.
sure.
Raul.
Raul.
No, but I get that. Yeah, but the end was a huge payoff.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
super
for sure.
super impactful.
And it was totally unexpected. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was expecting a twist, and I didn't
Yeah.
expect that at all.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen with Infinite, but as far as like the first game, the second game, and then the Minerva's Den DLC for the second game, it's weird because the game is so like it has a lot of disturbing like images and disturbing like concepts, but the end is so, I mean, depending on what ending you get, it's so happy. Like
Mhm.
I feel good. Like depending on what you get.
Yeah.
Like I got 2 of the good endings, so I felt really good at the end. It's just like a weird like contrast, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
you see all this blood, you see all this like terrible stuff. And
Well, the endings are
Rapture.
positive.
Yeah, it's like weird.
Like it
Same
goes
with the
from this
DLC.
darkness to hope for
Yeah.
certain people.
Yeah, and the DLC is linear, right? There's no other endings.
No,
Yeah.
No, it's just the one.
which so you could actually harvest them all.
Little Sisters or whatever.
Yeah, you could harvest them all and have no consequence.
I think so. Yeah.
Honestly,
let me
I-
actually look it up. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think I just kind of I didn't even really like harvest, or I didn't like bring them to bodies for them to harvest.
I did
just,
that for the first 3, and then the next 3 I just put them in the tubes.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
only
okay.
one ending.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
What about the Little Sister? My bad. Big.
Big Sisters.
Big
Sisters,
Sisters.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they were
That was
definitely
really
interesting.
Yeah.
They were creepy for the most part, but there was one section where I kept dying over
Oh,
and
I remember
over
that.
again. Chug wasn't there for that, but Caleb was watching
Yeah.
me, and I would die. I didn't have any med kits. I didn't have any ammo. I would run out, get attacked by splicers immediately, almost die, and then the big sister runs out and kills me.
Yeah.
But
And
I like the aspect that they hunt you.
that's
That is
true,
really
yeah.
cool.
It's a little bit different.
But the thing is, when you die, their health goes back up to half.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so I would almost kill it, and then I would die.
Well, that's with
And-
everything in the game.
Yeah, I know, but I just got stuck at this one point, and I couldn't do anything.
I
'cause
remember that.
I couldn't heal. I couldn't shoot it,
I think it ended up you hacking the health thing, getting a health kit or something.
and I got some ammo somehow.
Yeah.
and that helped me beat it.
So the big sisters are little sisters that grew up.
Mhm.
And I think there was an audio log or something that explaining like what happens, but when the little sisters grow up, they become like extremely unstable.
Mm.
And I don't think they have that need to harvest anymore. Am I
They
right
still
on
have
that?
the needle.
They do. They
Oh,
do harvest,
right.
but they don't harvest it for them.
And they kind of act like big daddies too. They protect the little sisters.
Mm-hmm. But they don't harvest it for themselves.
No. Wait.
Mm.
I'm confused.
They
Who-
work for Sophia Lamb.
Okay, because I was gonna say who, because I know with the big daddies there was the helper program
Mm-hmm.
that they were involved in, but for the big sisters, I mean, I don't
But
know how
you-
that worked.
No, they used. I don't know if this is a spoiler. But they harvested the people, right,
Mhm.
to get the atom. Then they would give it to Sophia Lamb, who would then.
Well, don't say the ending.
Huh?
Because if you say why they're giving it to Sophia Lamb, then that's a spoiler.
What? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Don't
Is
say it
it-
until later.
Is it wait? Is it involving the big sisters? Like, what do you mean?
No, it's involving the little sisters.
No, it's involving Eleanor. I think you might be a little confused on
No,
the
no, no,
story.
no.
Yes.
What do you? Wait.
It's not. I mean, it is. It's like half and half.
All
She
right,
would
what are you
take.
gonna say?
Well, are you gonna cut this part out? If it,
we'll
if
see.
it is a spoiler,
Just say. I'm curious.
no. They would harvest the atom for Eleanor. No, not Eleanor. For the Sophia Lamb. Then she would take it, use the big sisters to go and steal little girls for her, bring them
Oh,
down,
yeah.
then put the atom in
You kn-
them, so they would become little sisters.
You knew that
Hmm.
from the precursor.
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
ARG,
Yeah,
because you. That's a lot. What happen? That's a lot. That's a lot of what happens in the ARG is explaining, or like kind of like showing what's happening and why 2 is kind of happening. Is because little girls are getting stolen around. What is it? The coast.
The surrounding shores.
Yeah.
yeah. But then I was mainly saying that because the big sisters would go out and steal the little girls for Sophia Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would be the ones to take the little girls.
Makes you wonder how they got to the shore and like why don't people react to these creatures just running around taking little girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well, in
not
the
sure.
ARG, you kind of see that. You,
Oh,
you
really?
even hear audio clips of people, or like a couple of people seeing them,
That's cool.
and they're
actually.
like, "What?" Like, they're freaking out. Like, what was that thing? And
I need to take a.
Mm.
it's so good.
I will be back.
And take a pee.
Chug's gonna go take a pee pee.
All right, we're back. Chug is done urinating.
You
So are
urinated
you.
too.
That's true, yeah, but you started it, so I was gonna hold it. That's whatever.
Yeah.
Pee-pee.
The pee-pee. What were we talking about
We're talking
before?
about Big Sisters.
Yeah, Big Sisters and the ARG.
Yeah. So, like Chug, you were saying, they weren't only used to protect the sisters, but
They used to make them.
yeah, they used to capture them.
Mhm.
Capture not ones that were born in Rapture, but ones on the surface.
Yeah. They would gather the atom and they would steal the little
and that's kind of
sisters.
why everything happened, I guess. That's why the game started, or why all the events started. It's because little girls were getting stolen from the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the events start with Sophia Lamb, who was a psychologist. I always get those mixed up.
Not sure.
She was brought to Rapture because people were getting really depressed from the lack of sunlight.
Yeah.
And they're having all these psychological issues. So she was brought in to actually help some of those people cope with living in Rapture.
Mm-hmm.
And after Andrew Ryan's death, she kind of took over as the new leader of Rapture through her control of the big sisters and the little sisters.
I mean, while she was doing that, she would be brainwashing the people instead of actually trying to help.
She made kind of
Yeah.
like a cult.
Yeah. While Andrew Ryan was still alive, though.
Yeah. You even
Well,
hear
she
audio
was sent to
logs.
jail
Yeah.
for a while.
You hear audio logs of
That was after they found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
of them debating as well, which is weird because I mean, well, I guess that kind of makes sense because you don't really hear about her in the first game, so she must have been like in prison at that time.
I wonder if she got the people
so
to
it makes-
break her out.
Yeah, maybe, probably.
She was very similar to Andrew Ryan in her ideology, as in she wanted to create the perfect utopia, but she had a different way of going about it than Andrew Ryan.
Yeah, she was almost like she was kind of opposite though. Like Andrew Ryan was, he was kind of I don't know how you say it. Like he was selfish almost. Like he was alone in that he wanted to build not himself, but with Lamb, she was more of like creating a quote unquote family. I think that was her
Yeah.
cult.
Well, Andrew Ryan, his belief was man. Man is like the pinnacle, and you can't have anything hinder the progress of man.
Mhm.
Sophia Lamb kind of believed, she was kind of like nihilistic in the fact that she was like, all humans are inherently evil, and you need to create the perfect human to embody the ideology to actually bring forth utopia.
Yeah.
And that was her goal. You see that a couple times in the series, or
Yeah.
in the game.
So they're similar, but in some ways they're almost opposites.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think at one point Eleanor says like she's just like Andrew Ryan, like ultimately, as she'll do whatever she needs to do to bring her ideology to life.
Yeah.
And they're both very radical.
Mm-hmm.
What's weird is when I was playing Bioshock 2, it was like, so Bioshock 2 takes place, 10 years after the first game?
8 years, I think.
Okay, so like, yeah. And what's weird is that things are somewhat still functioning. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't think that there would be any like normal people left, other than a few, obviously, of the main characters. But, I mean, things are still running. Like, it was just weird. I would have felt like everything would have been dead, like, down there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how things function after that long.
Yeah, I don't know. There were a few characters like Sinclair.
Yeah.
I really like
Oh, I
Sinclair.
like Sinclair.
His motivations were very ambiguous throughout the whole story,
Mhm.
but I liked the way they took that character.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I should trust him a lot.
Me neither, yeah. It was weird. It was like, I almost thought some of the same situation in 1 would happen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And with his
And
character.
it seemed like it.
Yeah.
Like the unseen person guiding you. But you see him at a couple different points.
And like with audio clips, I mean, you get this kind of like right off the bat, but he's very, like he'll do anything for his own success.
Yeah. Like they give you the option to kill some main NPCs. If you kill them or save them, he'll react kind of like he doesn't care either way.
Mhm.
He's like, wow, you killed that person. Well, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And if you save them, he doesn't really care.
I kind of like that though. No, well, not the Sinclair thing, but having the choice to kill or keep, or kill major characters or keep them alive. Which you
Mhm.
didn't, I don't think you had that in the first game.
No, you didn't.
Like-
And I actually, someone said there's only like 2 player models in the game besides the splicers of 1, I think. There's Andrew Ryan and I think Atlas. Those are the only 2 other player models of main NPCs. Yeah.
Huh.
But you never saw Atlas as a person.
Yeah, you
though.
did.
Yeah, you did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played in a while, so I don't really.
There's the part where you're trying to save his quote unquote family,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
and he like runs over to it and it blows up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But besides that,
Oh, the splicers in the second game were creepy.
they are, yeah.
The ones that go on the wall or whatever.
They look so distorted. Oh, and the spider splicers.
Yeah, spider splicers.
The noise they make as they
Yeah.
crawl on the ceiling,
Yeah.
Super creepy.
and they're in the vents too. And you
Yeah.
hear that?
I think they really. I mean, like
Sound design in these 2 games are amazing.
Yeah,
They really
for real.
were. Yeah.
But the NPC models there was more variety.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't really care, but in the first game you kind of. I mean, there was like the man and the woman or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
And then the spider, and then there's like the doctor one, which showed up at a couple
Oh,
different
yeah.
points.
Yeah, it was kind of like the same. But this one, I mean, and they were taller. The spider slicers.
Yeah, they were really
Mhm.
tall, like Slender
They were
Man.
mutated or something.
What do you call the big guys?
I don't know. Those are like the brutes.
Yeah.
They were called brutes, I
Were
think.
they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Those are creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the Lancer Big Daddies.
That was in DLC, right?
No, I think those were in the main.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you see those when you go to Alex the Great's area.
Alex the Great.
He's the dude that flies around and talks to you through the drone.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I actually like that guy.
Yeah. Wait, how many big daddies are there? There's the
Wait.
Rumbler,
Um,
Lancer.
There's the Alpha series.
the brute. So there's the thuggish, leadhead, spider, Houdini, and brute.
A Houdini. Those are the teleporting ones.
Mm-hmm.
What were the other big daddies though? There was the Alpha series. There's the
Let me see.
you saw a new type in the DLC. I forget what that was.
Alpha
That was-
series, Lancer.
The Lancer was
The
in the
Lancer was in Minerva's Den.
Oh, okay. So what was the one that was in?
There's the Rumbler,
It was
the
Alpha
Alpha
series.
series,
Okay.
and the Lancer. Those
The
are
Lancer
three
are supposed to be
different
the most
types.
advanced, right?
They were
'cause that
they were
was
the
in-
most armored and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
They had that laser, that like
Oh, I
heat
love
laser.
the laser gun.
Was
That
that,
was
in the
fun.
base game?
No,
No.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, I don't remember this, but
the DLC sped things along so much and just gave you so many weapons.
it's like a
Yeah.
mini version of the base like story where it's like
Mhm.
you have a progression, but it's like faster,
Faster, yeah.
much faster.
What's interesting is, even if you never played 2, you could play the DLC and still enjoy it.
Mhm.
You don't need to understand the rest of 2 to.
There's not
For the
really
DLC.
any
Yeah, you're right.
intertwining of anything. It's just its own thing.
It's
Yeah.
separate, yeah. Huh. Did you guys play the other expansion? I think it was like a game mode.
Expansion?
Yeah, it's. Is
it's
it like an arena or something?
It's like it's like you just kill things.
Hmm.
It's honestly it's the only reason you play that is it gives you extra abilities in Minerva's Den.
Whoa, really?
Did that come up before Minerva's Den?
No, it came out with it.
Oh,
Basically, if you play it and you complete it, you get some extra abilities to use in Minerva's Den.
What, like plasmids and stuff?
Different upgrades for plasmids, different abilities, different
Hmm.
things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah, it's kind of
There's
interesting.
not really a point to it other than that.
They
Oh,
had
yeah.
that in Infinite too, like an arena wave mode.
I didn't like it though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The way the gameplay worked in Infinite is you could basically just headshot everyone
Yeah.
because the gun was very precise. You can go like and just take
And
out
you
everyone
can
one
you
by
can
one.
aim down sights and stuff. It's pretty cool.
You could in the other games too.
You could.
Yeah.
I unbound that button. I didn't even know you could until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
But you're gonna need to aim down sights in Infinite though.
Yeah. Is it what is it, right click?
I think it's right click, yeah.
Really?
Wait, so then
Wait,
what button
no.
is
I
it?
think I unbound it.
I think I bounded it to middle mouse.
Something like that. Yeah.
Because plasmids is to switch to plasmids, it's right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So
'Cause
yeah,
you
middle
wouldn't-
mouse is better, or like one of the side buttons on your mouse.
Yeah, because when you were the big daddy in Bioshock 2, you had both the plasmids and the gun.
Or
Yeah.
I might have put it on one of my side buttons.
Either one. Those would
It
work.
doesn't really matter.
But yeah, you could actually aim down sights in 2, and it makes things more accurate. You can actually get an upgrade for the spear gun that makes your zooming a lot more accurate.
Yeah, but in Infinite you only get 2 weapons at a time.
Yeah, there are tons of weapons in the game, but you only can carry
You can
2.
only have
What do
2.
you do? Wait, how do you?
If you want to switch to another weapon, you got to grab it from the ground somewhere.
And then
from
I
an
was
enemy.
like, in the DLC they changed that actually.
Yeah, in the second one? Was it the
No,
second
both of them.
Oh,
Wait, how
okay.
many DLCs are there?
There's 2. There's
Oh.
2 parts to it.
Yeah.
I see.
There's
What
one
is it called?
DLC, something in Rapture, Under the Sea or something.
I forget.
Let me see.
Hmm. Hmm.
But trying to think.
It is Burial at Sea.
Yeah.
And then there's episode 1 and episode 2.
Are those long?
Not
Pretty
very
long.
long.
Pretty. I mean, for both of them put together, it's like 5, 6, 7 hours maybe.
I wish
Oh,
they were
wow.
longer because I was longing for that Rapture feel even more.
Yeah,
7 hours, and then base game is what? Like you
It's-
said, like
it's pretty long.
10 to 12.
I gotta get on that soon.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it.
I know. I mean, I'm really excited. I have the same feeling where, like, after the first game, I really wanted to play the second game. After the second game and the DLC, I really want to play
Infinite.
the third game. Okay.
Bioshock
3.
Yeah.
That's good.
We could get into spoilers now.
Yeah, I'm down to
Yeah,
go.
let's do
Now's
it.
a good time.
Spoilers.
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 Yes.
Yes.
All the spoilers. If you don't want any spoilers, leave. Or just stick through it. and
Or if you want to play it, come back when you're done.
Yes, we
Playing
always
it.
recommend to play it. Well, depending on what it is, but to play it and then come back.
Yeah.
Listen to this part.
if you're not interested in playing it, just kind of listen in and maybe consider playing it. Either way, like
Yeah.
even if you know it's spoilers.
It's still super interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, we totally forgot. Ricky's not with us today.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got drill.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we had an issue last time. Camera was being weird. I
We'll
don't know.
eventually have everything perfect.
Yeah. So
It'll
we're
take
just
some
gonna have
time.
one camera angle today. I have it
Yeah.
recording on my
We're-
laptop.
We're
here,
gonna
so.
we're gonna try to make it the best as possible.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you guys want to
Okay.
talk about?
Um.
How about
How about the
I don't know.
relationship between Eleanor and Delta?
yeah?
I mean, obviously, like,
They were the first to be bonded, right?
yeah, they were the very first successful bond
mhm.
Okay. I'm confused about
of
one.
Big Daddies.
I'm confused about one thing. So, in the start of the game, you're Delta and you shoot yourself. Well, Lamb makes you
Lamb
shoot
makes
yourself in the
you.
head. Does Eleanor revive you?
So she's been kept sedated basically, as her mom just pumps Adam into her brain, trying to make
Mhm.
her the smartest person alive. And she figures out a way to control the little sisters. So she gets a little sister to take some of your DNA, like find your body. Then she brings her DNA to the Vita chamber, and then that resurrects you.
Oh,
So
wait.
why
entirely?
did it take you
Yeah.
8 years? Why did it take her 8 years though?
Because she
Oh.
didn't know she had that ability.
Right, because the Vita chamber needs DNA in order to restore someone.
Yeah, which is
Yes.
why in Bioshock 1, Jack could use them because he was partially Andrew Ryan's DNA.
Hmm.
You needed some DNA there already, which is why the splicers can't use it.
Right.
So you need to have your DNA like in it already for
Okay.
it to work.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So she was able to take control of the little sister, revive Delta, and he just woke up with no memory of what happened the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And then the events are set in motion.
I'll be honest. I actually kind of, even though at least these main characters, I don't know about Infinite, but at least these two main characters from the first and second game, they don't really talk. I kind of liked Delta more, only because you almost see it's almost like you're connected to Eleanor,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's like a
You
it's
have
a
more
better
motivation.
connection. Yeah,
Jack, he's 4 years old.
yeah, that's weird. How does it
It's a
even
weird thought.
work?
Because he was like a fetus still, and Andrew Ryan, or no, what's the other guy? Fontaine bought the fetus and gave it to Tenenbaum, and she was able to like use Adam to rapidly grow it.
It's really weird.
And then they sent him to the surface after he was developed, after they proved that he was the perfect machine and could do anything they said,
Mhm.
and just like started living a normal life. And then later on, Fontaine called him in when he realized that things were going to poop,
Yeah,
and he destroyed Rapture basically using
Mhm.
that.
it's weird.
Because I wonder what would happen if Jack wasn't summoned. Like, what if he wasn't even there? Would Andrew Ryan have won?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, he
Hmm.
probably would have eventually killed Atlas or Fontaine, and then, I mean, things were just going so bad. I mean, I don't.
He probably would have self-destructed Rapture, which he tried and
Oh
won,
yeah, probably.
and everyone would have died. And what would have happened? Would the city just float to the surface, like debris and all that? And then
I don't
I
know.
don't
It's
know.
heavy. It's heavy. It wouldn't float.
a lot of things would, though. I
A
mean,
lot of things would. Yeah.
in 2, Eleanor Lamb dropped that whole section into the trench that it was above,
Mhm.
yeah.
so most of it would sink.
It's almost like tragic. Like the city was supposed to be meant for like great things, but then Adam kind of messed everything up.
Yeah, I mean, man's own strengths were also its own downfall.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it has like a kind of a moral to it, but
yeah.
it's a lot of philosophy involved, which is kind of interesting. I like
Mhm.
some of that stuff. But it has the same thing in 2
Yeah.
with Eleanor Lamb, and she tried the Adam thing with Alexander. Is that his name?
Yeah, and he
Mhm.
got huge.
Yeah, I don't know why Eleanor didn't get huge.
I don't know. That was weird. I said it looked like a little Nightmares character when
He
he was in
did, yeah.
the chamber with all the Adam.
Oh
or whatever.
yeah.
I was actually going to kill him because he asked you to kill him. Like that whole sequence, his former self in audio logs is saying, "Please kill me. Like I don't want to live like this."
Hmm.
And I was going to. Then so I watched a video of what happened, and it was actually kind of disturbing because like you electrocute him, but you see all this like blood start coming up in the tube, and I
Huh.
was like, "Oh, I'm kind of glad I didn't kill him."
Oh wow. Wait, what NPCs did you kill?
I killed Grace just because I didn't know if I could or not.
Mhm.
I didn't realize any of that stuff affected the ending. I killed Grace and I was like, "Oh, okay, she died." I killed Stanley because he was dumb
Yeah,
and
he
he was a
was-
murderer. And I was going to kill Alex, but I didn't.
Well, actually, I looked this up today earlier. The only person that affects the ending is Grace.
No,
People did some research and they tried killing all 3 of them like once.
it depends on your ending though.
It's just
Wait, I gotta show you this.
No, it's if you kill.
if you kill all 3 of them, you get the bad.
But if I killed one, I didn't kill Grace. I killed Stanley. But I think it's if you
Did you
kill.
get the good ending?
Yeah, if you kill one, you're fine. If you kill
Mm-mm.
more
if
than
you
one,
kill if
I-
you kill Grace, then you'll
I'm gonna download
sure?
this. I
I
have
think-
this graphic that I'm gonna put up on screen. It might take up too much of the screen. We'll see.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
wasn't prepared for this, so
I'm pretty sure if you kill more than one, then you get the bad ending. Cause I don't know. I killed one, but
Where
it
is
wasn't
this?
Grace.
I thought
Wait, what did-
they said that if you kill the 2 guys, it doesn't, or if you
No,
don't kill the 2
all-
guys,
all
then you kill
3.
Grace only.
those 3 all affect the ending.
Yeah, but if you kill 2 of them, it doesn't make a difference.
It depends on your ending. Look at this chart I just sent you.
I'm pretty sure if you kill, I don't know.
It depends on your ending. So I'll pull it up on stream. Hold on. What do you do? Media source?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I just want to show the viewers here. What did I download it to? Pictures?
So every little sister rescued, plus characters spared
Image.
at least one,
Wow,
means Sophia Lamb lives and you get the positive ending.
Hmm.
Or if you leave every. Oh wait,
Where is this?
wait, no way. Wait, every little sister rescued, all characters executed. Sophia Lamb dies. Positive ending.
Let me see.
Hold on.
So I gotta make this bigger for people.
You can still get the positive ending if you kill all the people, but leave the little sisters.
All right. So as you can see on the video, spared at least 1 life in the good ending. You can kill 2 of them, and you'll still get Sophia Lamb lives.
If you killed all 3 of them, then she dies.
Yes,
But you can still get the
in good.
positive ending.
In the neutral, you have to let everyone live, or else Sophia Lamb dies. In the bad ending, spared 2 or fewer lives, and you get the bad, or you get Sophia Lamb dies.
Mm.
So it depending on if you get the positive, neutral, or negative is depending on the little sisters. If you rescue them all, you get positive. 2 variables of that. If you kill at least one, then you can get the 2 variables, and the variables are if Sophia Lamb lives or dies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it all really goes on what you do with the little sisters.
yeah.
Well, the ending, yeah, but the NPCs have to do with Sophia Lamb, because basically,
okay.
what you do with the NPCs shows Eleanor that you're merciful or that you want justice, and if she feels that you want justice, she drowns Sophia Lamb.
Yeah.
And then the little sisters, that kind of shows her the ultimate of her morality, whether
Yeah.
she'll sacrifice the innocent for her personal gain or she'll save them.
Mhm.
And you can take out 1 little sister, and that changes the ending.
You got a drastic change because mine, I saved all little sisters, and towards the end, she gathers all the little sisters and they help her. help you and her escape. You killed one,
And
and then
she killed all of them.
she murdered all of them for
Yeah.
her own gain.
So I had read that you won't get the bad ending if you harvest one little sister. So I was like, oh, all right, let me just get the extra Adam here, and then I'll get the good ending still. But then she was like, you taught me that killing them is the best thing to do. I was like, oh no, what have I done? And she starts murdering all the little sisters. I'm like, no. And I thought I was going to get the bad ending for sure.
Well, that's the neutral.
Yeah, I know, but I was actually angry. Like, I thought I was going to get the bad ending.
Oh, okay.
But then I realized that there's an even worse ending than that.
yeah,
Isn't the neutral ending the neutral ending,
it gives you a choice.
it's more sad though, because
Yeah.
she doesn't really know what she's there for or whatever. The bad ending, she's like, I'm gonna like unleash on the world or whatever.
Well, in the neutral ending, or in that ending, you get two choices. You get number one choice is that you just die. The number two choice is that you try to save yourself. If you try to save yourself, she realizes, oh, we're in this to save ourselves. So she kills you and goes on to, I don't know, take over the world or something.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, because she probably could with her genius.
Yeah, that's the bad ending, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then the neutral ending is you choose to die, and she's like, well, what am I going to do now without you? I don't know who I really am.
Yeah.
But apparently there is good left in you or something. So
Mhm.
she technically is good, even
Yeah.
after killing the little sisters.
And the ending I got, the positive ending, I actually really liked it because you still die. You don't really have a choice, but it's okay because she like puts a needle in you and she like, I don't know what you call it, harvests your atom, because in all the atom, a person's DNA is within it and like their memories and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she says like, you're going to be a part of me and you're my conscience, baby, basically, because
Yeah.
you made all the right choices. So
She would let you govern her.
exactly. Yeah. And all the little sisters live.
One thing that I thought was interesting was when the little sisters are harvesting like a corpse with Adam, they're like, this angel knows about mommy. Who was that? Have you ever heard him say that?
No.
I've heard him say it a bunch of times, but I think it's kind of interesting because they see their actual mom through the splicers they're harvesting.
Wait, so
That was their actual mom, or no?
No, they see them through the DNA because the splicer splices with Adam from other splicers like that they steal, or little sisters.
yeah.
And so that DNA is all kind of transferred around,
Hmm.
and they inherit the memories of the other people.
Hmm.
So when the little sister is harvested, they can see all those memories at once.
I think like even if you get the neutral or the bad ending, I think it's kind of disturbing because all those little sisters are kids from the surface.
Yeah.
So they just got like murdered.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But I mean, there's still a positive outlook that the future will be bright for whatever. At least
Yeah.
in the good ending.
Yeah. Oh. I want to say a little bit about the ARG, the
Hmm.
precursor, which like I know you guys are gonna watch it, but it's so good. I won't say like all of it, but so it's a precursor and it shows kind of like it follows a story of Mark Meltzer, which is a guy you hear audio logs in the game. I don't know if you guys saw him. I didn't see him actually, but I saw a video of it. But you
See
actually
him?
You actually see him and
Hmm.
you can interact or whatever. But so
What is he, a
basically,
splicer?
no, he's a. I don't know if you guys want me to say it. Like I don't know.
He's a big daddy?
Yeah, he's a big daddy.
No, I don't remember that.
So I would watch the video, but basically, what is it? He was investigating the girls being stolen, and he thought it was all connected.
Hmm.
People didn't believe him; they thought it was crazy, but he knew it was connected because it was on the coast, and girls were getting stolen from like they're like a certain age, and they have brown hair and stuff like that, and so he eventually he's like, okay, I have a lead, and I think it's gonna happen at this location next. So he goes there with his family. And then he sees one of the things and he's like, I saw that thing. I think it followed me home. It did follow him home and it took his daughter.
Oh,
And so then he goes like crazy. He goes to a psych ward and then he's like connecting with all these people. And then he gets a book written by a guy called There's Something Under the Sea. And then there's like a article or something made and no one's covering it, but it's called The Blip, where people don't know about Rapture, but all these like famous and smart and like genius people disappeared one day or
like
disappeared.
Cohen, Sophia Lamb,
Yeah.
all those other famous people that
And
you
so
see.
no one's covering it. Although like there was one article by a small publisher that's like, why is no one covering this? There was a huge like amount of like influential people that disappeared. And so he like goes on this whole thing and he eventually goes to Rapture to look for his daughter. And then that's kind of where that arc stops, and that's when the game starts, and you follow the story of Mark Meltzer, and you find out
That's
what happens.
interesting.
It's so good. Like I was telling Jay this, but I wish it was a DLC.
Yeah.
That would have been so good, like a precursor DLC or
That'd be
something
cool.
like that. But I really recommend watching that. It's such an interesting thing.
It'd be cool if someone makes a fan-made game of that.
Oh, like a mod or something.
Yeah,
like
like maybe it starts out you're actually like on the seaside or something, or wherever he lived,
Mhm.
and you're just going through.
that.
And they could use a lot from the ARG for that.
Yeah.
Wait, what if they did something like, instead of making another Bioshock game, they do like one game with a bunch of mini stories within it.
That'd be cool. Well, like ones that
Kind
were
of like Minerva's Den, just like
yeah,
characters
2 hour
in,
long.
Yeah,
kind
That
of like
would
2
be
hours long,
awesome.
but there's like maybe like 10 or 12 on different people and what their stories were.
Mm.
or like they show you before the fall of Rapture, you play different stories in Rapture,
Yeah,
That would be really cool.
which part of that is in the Burial at Sea DLC.
yes.
Oh no.
So it's really good. Like I
Ugh.
wish there was more like that.
Yeah.
Are the DLCs prequels or sequels to the?
Well,
to
I
the
mean, we
Infinity-
don't want to
Infinity?
say. You just-
All right.
I don't know if it's
well, no, it'd have to
spoilers.
be a sequel because I don't know. Well,
Well, the deal. Wait,
Infinity is a prequel, correct? To the first game.
Infinite's a prequel. The
Or
deal,
Infinite.
the rap. What's that? Oh, Infinite.
I
Yeah,
said Infinity.
Infinite is a prequel, and then the DLCs take place like before the fall or like during the fall.
Oh,
It's
that's
interesting.
Yeah.
really interesting. Oh no. I really want to
So,
start playing that.
It's really
Next
good.
podcast is gonna be crazy. We're gonna go over like everything.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, that might be a longer podcast.
Yeah,
like
you guys can finally like unleash and just
like dump
I
everything.
mean, once you figure stuff out, you're gonna unleash too.
Yeah. But you guys have been holding it in. Like you guys have been
Yeah.
holding back on some
Mhm.
things.
I'll probably watch a timeline of the entire thing again.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'll probably
Actually,
watch
I did that recently, but I skipped the 2 section because I
Mhm.
hadn't played that.
that. Yeah.
So I'll probably watch it all at
Mhm.
once to get the full story.
Oh, a really interesting part in the second game. You said this before, Chug, but you actually get to play a little sister, and you
Mm.
see their perspective, and everything is like perfect.
Yeah, everything's padded.
Yeah.
The blood on the ground are red flower petals.
Mhm.
The splicers are actual, like they're angels. Like they have angel wings drawn
Yeah.
next to
And
them.
that's why they always say, "Oh, this angel" or whatever, while they're like
Yeah,
sticking it with a needle and stuff.
and it was interesting because they intercut like what was actually happening with the little sister's point of view. So like you go to stab the angel, and then it goes into like what it really looks like, how
Yeah.
horrific it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then it goes back to the perfect, pristine
Mhm.
view.
Yeah.
It's weird. I wonder why that is.
The
Like,
Big
why they-
Daddies look
They,
like
they were
knights.
programmed to do that
Oh, okay.
by Tenenbaum.
Okay. I don't know if this is infinite or not. I mean, I guess I'll find out. But what did we ever find out what happened to Tannenbaum? Like after that point where you're Delta and you see her and she says we
I
have
think
to
you
go.
just go to the surface and leave.
Well, she got into the submarine with
Delta.
no,
Sigma.
not
Oh
Delta,
no,
Sigma.
yeah,
Oh, wait.
Sigma. Yeah, you're
is
right.
that after?
Yeah. Bioshock 2, Minerva's Den is the last thing in the series so far.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they go up to the surface, and you don't know what happens next.
Oh, okay. But she was working on a cure for Adam, right?
I think so. So why didn't she have little sisters with her when she got in the bathysphere at the end?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe she took the ones that she had already, went up, and then went back down.
Maybe
Hmm.
maybe the canon ending is them what is it, Eleanor killing all the little sisters, and then
I actually don't know.
there's no little sisters left, and then they kind of just
That's
go to
the canon?
surface. Well, no, I'm just saying like there's no little sisters in the bathysphere with them,
Maybe.
so it could be that one's canon.
Yeah, where does she go though? Like, remember somewhat towards the beginning of the game, the second one, Delta, she was talking to Delta, then she had to go do something, or she had to leave.
I don't think you see it. And if it is shown, it might be in the book.
I don't
I'm
want to
not
look
sure.
up anything. I don't
Yeah,
wanna,
be careful.
I gotta, yeah. I was gonna see what is like canon. Are the positive endings considered canon?
Don't look anything up until you beat Infinite.
Oh, no.
I have things to say about this.
No.
I want to
gotta-
say it so badly, but it would spoil so much. So,
Yeah.
maybe
yeah.
now is a good time to wind down, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then-
I think we covered everything. I mean, I can't really think of anything else. I mean,
I
Minerva's
can't
Den.
wait to do Infinite podcast.
That's when we can talk about
Yeah.
everything.
I do want to say that Minerva's Den, I think the story was a little more like, I don't know what you say, but like it was kind of tragic, but it was also kind of heartwarming.
Yeah.
I don't know, the ending was just so good because it was like a man that was so driven to bring back his wife in a way. And you hear the audio log where, so like the thinker, he was basically importing logs of him and his wife talking or whatever, and he was trying to program the thinker to be somewhat of his like wife to bring her back in a way. And like when he actually does the test and he's talking to it, he's like, what is it?
He kind of freaked out a little bit because it was so realistic.
Yeah, and it seemed like he was disturbed. He's like, this isn't right.
Yeah, because he realized it actually wasn't his wife, but it sounded exactly like her, and it was carrying on a conversation with him in his wife's voice.
Yeah, and then it was like, what's the matter? You don't love me anymore? It's just like, it's so sad, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, it was technically a happy ending. He lived and he kind of accepted his wife's death.
Yeah.
Because the last scene is like a picture of her grave or something like that.
Yeah.
And he realized that he accepted that she died and he's moving on.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It was really good.
Minerva's Den is so good. Like, I mean, I love Bioshock 2.
I wouldn't say it's the best thing in the series for sure, but I'm very glad I played it.
Yeah. And for 2 hours,
yeah,
so impactful. Like, that's crazy.
Most games can't do that in 10.
Yeah. We need more games like this now.
We do.
Yeah, for sure.
Seriously. But
maybe they should do Bioshock 2 Season Pass.
No,
Season Pass?
Battle Pass. Battle Pass. Battle Pass.
The Atom Pass.
The Atom Pass.
Yeah. The Daddy Pass. How about that?
Get the new drill skin.
You have to what is it? You have to qualify for the Daddy Pass.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to go through a series of tests.
That's awesome. But yeah, I think that's all for today. You guys have anything else to add?
No,
Epic.
Yes.
Next podcast, it's gonna be insane.
Ready.
We're gonna probably do a ton of research, have lots of stuff to show.
Yeah.
And
Ricky
hopefully
will be back.
we'll have multiple camera angles.
Yeah.
Next time. So
Yes.
Work it out.
thank you everyone for watching and listening. We'll see you in the next podcast.
Oh.